Hello, my name is Podkane, and if you're an Aries rising, this reading's for you. And if you don't know what your rising sign is, I have a link in the description to astrocharts.com. It's really simple and minimalist, doesn't ask for your email, where you can find out your rising sign placement, which is also known as ascendant, and all of your other placements as well. So if you want to be an astrology nerd like me, there's your start. So this is just a general reading. It's for Aries rising. It's just going to be over the month of June 2024. So let's get started. So I have some decks picked out here for you. We're going to start with an archetype card. Just going to shuffle them in front of you to show that I'm legit. Hope everybody's doing well at the start of the summer. This is my first reading on camera, by the way, so it's we don't know how it's gonna go, but I figured start with Aries rising. Just get into it. So we got the monk/nun archetype for you for this month. Selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. Maybe being a bit of hermit this month. Or you've just got some kind of new passion, new devotion, something that's really captured your attention. And maybe you just want to be alone to discover that, to think about it. So for the first round of the reading, we're going to be looking at things that are going on in your life, such as your home life, kind of what you've been thinking about, things that you're aspiring to do this month, friends and people in your personal circle, work, relationships, just the basics, okay? Aries rising. Maybe one more. And I think I'm going to pull all my cards before I start reading. Ugh. Don't worry. I always do that in readings. I make faces or say things like, oh no. And then people I'm reading for are like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, hold on. I'm not going to tell you yet. No, I'm a bit snarky like that, I think. I'll just come off that way. Eighth house. 9. 2 cards, okay. That makes sense. 9th house has to do with spiritual aspirations, and that's what archetype card we got for you. Let go. Okay, bottom of the deck is 7 of Pentacles. Show that to you. It's just a time of taking stock of what's going on and sort of observing. So we start out in the first house of how you appear as a Queen of Cups reverse. I mean, some of the people around you may be like, geez, you seem a little unstable. Are you sure you're okay? You're a little emotional, this and that. We'll see if that's founded at all. But people may just see you as being a little out there, maybe distant as well, emotionally unavailable right now. It's a little unusual for you, Aries rising. You always seem so strong and exuberant, full of energy. So I think more than anything, just being a monk energy right now, or nun energy, has shown a different side of yourself that people may be, oh, are you okay? You must be really depressed. No, maybe. But it's just something different, a different season for you as all. So what you have, 9 of Swords, I mean, we'll have to see further in the reading to see what else is going on with that. But that kind of shows, you've got some worries, some concerns, some fears. Maybe you're concerned about money. Maybe you're concerned about where you're going in life spiritually, or just kind of looking around at what's going on in the world right now and being like, this sucks. I'm worried about my future. I don't know where I'm going in life. And we'll get more information on what to do about all of that here pretty quick. So, what you're thinking about the world. Okay. So, you're maybe turn off some of the news and some of the, I know I personally have been watching a lot of YouTube channels that are talking about current events going on in the world. And although interesting, and you kind of feel like I need to know what's going on, and maybe in a sense of self-preservation is where that comes from, but ultimately, is it doing us more harm than good if we're not in a position in life to take to take action on the things that we're worried about? Then why are we worrying all that much about them? We need to take care of ourselves first and have a full cup if we want to pour into anyone else's cup. So moving on to the fourth house, home. We've got the Empress, which is a beautiful card. So it's comfort, security at home, people around, maybe even a mother figure, or maybe you're a mother. Very loving, protective, nurturing. Maybe you're starting your garden, or that's just kind of starting to blossom, or things are going on with that. But it just shows that you're actually quite secure in your home where you live. Hopefully that's true. And it kind of shows a dichotomy here between your mental state and what's actually going on. In your self-expression, we see the Three of Pentacles. So that's a card of mastery, of having something to offer. Maybe you're working on a creative project in June with some people that have really found you and said, hey, I know that you're really good at this thing, and I want your expertise to help me bring this into reality. And hopefully they're paying you. This is a card that assumes payment. You better demand it up front from someone who used to run a creative business. Get your money up front, always. The ones that are real will pay. Now, work. You've got the Eight of Pentacles reversed. This in itself is a work card. Being reversed kind of shows maybe you just got a new job. You're doing something new that you've never done before. Maybe it shows that you're kind of unstable in your work. And maybe that goes back to what you have. You're kind of worried financially with this card. Everything's new at some point in our lives. We got to branch out and do new things. If times are changing, we got to adapt with it. I know you Aries rising are okay with that more than most other people. Still, it's not the most comfortable place to be. Just know that you do have skills and talents here that you're sharing, and you are valued by other people. And eventually you'll get the hang of it. Just hang in there. Relationships, the moon reversed. The seventh house isn't just partners or marriages. It's anyone that we spend a lot of time with, that we're in close connection with. So that could be coworkers, bosses, friends, family members, parents, children. Moon reversed is kind of laying it all out there. Secrets revealed, or maybe we're not keeping any secrets. We're being super honest. It's also showing that there's not a lot of illusion or delusion about who people are in your life right now. If someone has been acting secretive, or you just really didn't know if they were coming or going, this month there's some light shed on that for sure. You're going to see who they really are, and we'll see what you do with that information. So the eighth house, what others have. That's the Nine of Cups reversed. This goes back to these cards here for sure. You're really focused on people either around you or even around the world that are the have-nots. So they're going through struggles and real difficulties, and certainly that's a thing that's happening around the world. But it's kind of showing that you're orienting yourself to others that are struggling or suffering. My question for you is, are you in a position to help, or are you thinking about them? And, thoughts and prayers is one thing, but how far are you taking it to the point where it's detrimental for your own mental health and well-being? Moving on to the ninth, this is where we got 2 cards for you. What you're learning. So we've got the Page of Swords and the 4 of Wands reversed. You're learning about a state of being homeless, what it's like to not have security, thinking more about those concepts, imagining them for yourself. Interesting too, because you do have security. But you're looking to the other side and you're saying, what does it actually feel like to not have a roof over my head, or, surrounded by loved ones? It's definitely on your mind. You're really serious about thinking about this. What you've built. 5 of Swords reversed. This is playing fair, calling out bullies, not willing to be the bully. Kind of, that goes back to, again, this where you're not willing to show up and be a person that says one thing and does another. And what that means in this context is that if there are people out there right now who don't have homes, who don't have shelter, who have nothing behind them to be proud of, as this character in the 9 of Cups, I'm not going to flaunt my wealth or my security or my abundance. I'm going to lend out a helping hand, or at the very least, not punch down. And you are showing up as this person. That's what you've built for yourself. People know you as this person, and that's really commendable. And again, for a monk or a nun, very high valued. This is very sweet. 11, our friends. It's kind of our larger circle, not necessarily these people close to us, but our circle that we interact with here. And that's the 4 of Cups reversed. So, you may be accepting some people in your larger friend group that you're not really all that happy with everything about them, but you're just accepting what you can get because you want to be surrounded by people right now. This may be because you want to field that circle for people who can employ you. Maybe you have a small business and you're looking for new clients. And so you have this wider friend circle that some of them kind of get on your nerves, or they're not really on your level, psychologically, spiritually, whatever, what have you. But you're kind of keeping them around because you're hoping that maybe you can do business with them in future. Just one possibility. I'm not going to tell you what to do about that, really. If that's what you want to do, that's okay. But just know that there are people in your circle that you are accepting that you're not really all that happy with. And with the moon reversed in your 7th house, that suggests that maybe some ugly things have come to light about a few people in your circle, and you still haven't kicked them out yet. So limitations as your 12th house with the Ace of Swords reversed. Access to the truth. If you're one of those people in this reading who is really concerned with what's going on in the world, don't believe everything you see or hear. Additionally, with the dichotomy between the 6th and 12th here, and this being having to do something new in your work, you just don't know what you're doing yet. You haven't learned everything yet. Don't be too hard on yourself. These things take time, and eventually you will turn that sword upright once you learn everything that you can. And I also feel that you should take initiative in doing that. I know I've worked some jobs where the training was kind of shit, and I had to do my own research and had to lead my own training. And you will benefit from that. Don't waste your time being salty because they did you dirty. It sucks, but if you want to stay there, learn it on your own any way you can. Ask lots of questions. Always be seeking the truth of the matter, the information that you need. You will have a much better time at whatever new endeavor you are working on right now. So, having said all that, with our first 12 cards, we're going to use the Cat Tarot, which I picked out for you, Aries rising. And what we're going to do with this is go around the circle again with another set of 12 cards. But this time we're talking about your inner world. So that will give more dimension to all these different positions of what's going on with your life, and hopefully give you some answers as far as things that you could change, things that you could let go of, what others are thinking and doing. Details you may have missed is a good one too on that. So let's get into that. All these cats. It makes me laugh. Someone, I think my husband gifted me this deck, which I don't have a cat, but I like them. Full personality. People who don't like cats are sus. And I'm sorry if that's one of you that's watching this video right now. Just kidding. Okay. So we start off the reading with who you are this month. And we have the 7 of, I want to say that's wands. Shoot. It's a little triangle. That's cups. I think that's wands. Swords? Uh-oh. I don't use this deck very often. Swords, okay. 7 of swords. Who you are. Straight shooter. Goes back to some of the other cards that we got in the previous circle. You're not scheming. You're not going behind people's backs. You're very straightforward, upfront, honest, have integrity. It's beautiful. You got a lot of good personal cards here. You're going through some things, but definitely someone I would have in my circle for sure. So what you value. Okay, some things are starting to make sense. So we have the King of Pentacles reversed. You're not really in a good state when it comes to your thoughts about money and having wealth, because King of Pentacles is the number one money man, rich businessman, or even just successful with finances, has money, has wealth, not even necessarily a lot, just able to do things in this world that he or she wants to. And with it being reversed and what you value, it's showing me that you're not really you're eat the rich right now. You're not really happy with the haves. You're very much more aligned with the have-nots. Again, monk, nun. It's all going back into a theme. I'm glad this is working out. So yeah, you're really not happy with people who are, and the King of Pentacles in reverse as well is just generally someone who's very selfish. They're not very giving. They are stingy with their resources. They're controlling over people using their resources. It definitely tells a story about where your headspace is this month and what you're focused on. So, what needs to change? We have the Three of Pentacles, this cat in his box. The Three of Pentacles is this card again, the card of mastery. And that being the position to change. You know so much and you're doing well for yourself now. It suggests that if you have skill in something that could be used to further your views and your values right now, you should do so. If you're able to donate your time, donate your abilities, create art, create, well, even not anything like that. What if you're a tradesman, donating those types of things, teaching, if you're going to be concerned with the welfare of other people, which it's clear that you are, I highly recommend, and so does the tarot, that you take action on it in some way, or let it go. Either way, dwelling on these things without taking action is only going to hurt yourself. But turning a blind eye for a lot of people, and I'm guessing for you, Aries rising right now, is it just feels like putting your head in the sand, like, oh, this doesn't affect me, so I'm just going to ignore it. Like, no, I don't think that's going to work for you this month. So take advantage of your skills and talents and use those in a way that is helpful to those who are in need this month especially. And I think you'll find that you can really inhabit this monk nun archetype of giving selflessly and being about service and growing in faith and spirituality through that service. So next we're looking at what's driving you. We have the Two of Cups. So love, relationship, just giving, being vulnerable emotionally with another person, wanting to connect. You have so much to offer there with the Empress here in the fourth. You can really nurture and take care of other people. It's in your heart. And there's nothing more that you would like to do than to find someone who is even of like mind to go on this journey of being supporters or being charitable or just giving or looking to find someone who is in need. But I feel more that there could be some love coming in for you this month. Someone that you already love may be moving into your home. But more than anything, I don't see it necessarily as, well, here's what I see. You have found someone that you love and trust that you would like to work together in a partnership with, and hopefully be able to do charitable works or give back to your community or take care of children or loved ones, friends, whoever's in need around you that your heart is really on. There's someone in your life that wants to help you do that. So what do you need to have the courage to do? Nine of Cups reversed. You're going to have to let go of your pride. Give away some of your things that you've acquired. And give freely of your time. When I was talking earlier about this card, I was like, get payment up front. feel like this just contradicted me. I need to just give for free. I don't know. I mean, everybody's situation is different, and absolutely with any tarot reading, especially a general reading, take what resonates and leave the rest. Don't be too proud to do something that might be a little uncomfortable. If giving is really in your heart, that doesn't mean it's going to be easy. It's worth a try. Details that you may be avoiding. You have the Six of Wands reversed. So this is normally a pride card as well. I think people want to celebrate you. I think that you need to celebrate yourself. If you're in the position of the monk nun at this point, you've probably done a lot of inner work, worked really hard on yourself. And now I've got a new thought about this. If you really want to give, you're going to have to let go of some things. But at the end of the day, this is almost saying, like, you don't have to do any of this. If you want, there are other ways to support that aren't going to give everything away. Financially, mentally, your time. It's recommending that you celebrate yourself and put yourself out there. Make yourself visible. A couple different ways to take that. I feel like there's different people in this group right now that are totally different places. So hopefully you've identified which one you are. So others involved, Ace of Pentacles reversed. I mean, others involved are like, please help me. Please, I need money now. I need resources. It's up to you to decide whether you want to give or not. And if you can give, if you're capable of giving at this time, and in what way. Don't give from an empty cup. Now, next is secrets. We have the Justice card. Oh boy, we're about to get into some metaphysical stuff. So, I mean, just totally disregard everything I'm about to say if you think it's BS. But the Justice card here is suggesting to me that there is justice and karma in this world. Now, it's difficult for any of us to know, oh, they're getting their karma, they're getting their dues, or that's not fair what's happening to this person, or whatever. All the threads and strings attached and the whole background of anyone's story is not for any of us to know. However, it's suggesting that you will get what you deserve in a positive light because of what we've seen elsewhere in these cards. But others who are going through struggles have also maybe gotten what they deserved. Don't shoot me for this one. I don't like this concept personally because I feel like it diminishes people's suffering. I keep seeing this idea pop up again and again in spirituality as well, not just with what other people are saying. I'm seeing it in my own readings. I'm seeing it in, I don't know. It's putting forward the idea to you that you may be preventing someone's growth, acknowledgement of what is right and fair and true by stepping in and making their life happen for them. And I'm reminded of the thoughts around letting an addict hit their rock bottom as soon as possible. Do not protect them from that, because that is the only thing, if anything, it may not be possible for some people because it's their will, but that may be the only thing that can shake them up and let them fully understand through experience, which is the best teacher, that they are in control of their own lives and they must do what it takes to get well, make things happen for themselves. Help should be around and available when they're ready to seek help. And this is more to do with addicts, I suppose, but Having been an addict myself and loved ones addicts also, I understand a bit about it. I think that um, a little bit of help goes a long way for someone in this situation, and a lot of help can absolutely destroy the entire situation. So if you have someone like that in your life right now, the fairest and kindest thing to do is to step back with love and give them every acknowledgement that they can do this themselves, yet you will not be providing Ace of Pentacles money. No handouts. I'm sorry. You can't stay on my couch. I'm sorry. Whatever, because it hurts. But that only prolongs the pain for this person. So that's just my 2 cents on it. Take it or leave it. It's okay. So next one, we have your aspiration. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed. Interesting that we get a lot of pentacles in this part of our reading. You're really focused on money right now, and the haves and the have-nots, and where your money's coming from and where it's going. Bruh, I just had a fly in my face. Not cute. So Page of Pentacles reversed is someone who's immature with money, someone who doesn't want to worry about it, someone who doesn't want to have to work. Okay, maybe you just want to run away from all these financial responsibilities and live like a monk or a nun in the hermit in the forest. I get it. You're just a little too grown and too good for that right now. You're kind of a master here, and you know what you're doing. And this is suggesting when we have things that are across from each other, this is the third and this is the ninth. So in our tarot wheel, those are opposite from each other. When we have things that are opposite and almost have two entirely different meanings, it means that there is a real split in ourselves between what we are thinking and what we are hoping for, believing, what we need to change and what we are desiring. Hey, wanting to run away to a hut in the woods is a very familiar response to me for being kind of fed up with the world and the way it's going. I get it. But you were made for this. I think this is what this is all suggesting here, is that you absolutely have all the skills and knowledge and strength, Aries, to get through this and come out on top and lead the way for others, and pass along your good fortune and your hard work to others who are needing a leg up in the world. Just be careful what you wish for, to a small degree. I think your focus is really on something right now that is admirable, but could, if taken too far, destroy everything that you've built. So be careful. What's your achievement this month? We have the Ten of Swords reversed. Well, Ten of Swords is not really a cute card. It speaks of endings. When it's upright, it's being stabbed in the back. When it's reversed, it's stabbing yourself. So, that is not set in stone, by the way. This reading itself, if you get anything from it, can change that for forever. Like, you're done. You're not doing that. And I actually see a couple cards here and over here that will pretty much tell you what you need to do if you don't want to end up destroying everything that you've built, like I just said. If you keep going on the path that you're on now, you're going to set yourself back. It's not all doom and gloom. This is just 1 month out of the, don't fret. I know you're already kind of dealing with those types of thoughts. But what I want to say is that your values seem to be central to what everything else is going on here. And being focused on the have-nots is diminishing yourself, diminishing what you've worked for, diminishing how far you've come and what you had to overcome to get that. It's also putting you in a mental space where you're not open to abundance. You're not open to money coming in. You're not open to people seeing you as the master that you are. Um, a lot of things are kind of interacting together to lead to that conclusion. That it looks to me like with these two together that you're attempting to martyr yourself. Not the end of the world. There's too many positive cards here to say otherwise. But if this is not a journey that you want to go on, I remind you that what you're focusing on, the troubles and the darkness in the world, is causing you to kind of have a bit of self-hatred and a bit of self-loathing and wanting to give everything that you've worked for away because you feel that you don't deserve it and other people are more deserving when, oh my God, I have fruit flies like crazy in here. When you worked so hard for it and you do deserve it. So, contribution, Queen of Pentacles. Hopefully my camera is still working. Queen of Pentacles. So you're contributing if everything continues as it is, you will be giving a great deal to your friends and your community circle, whether that's online or whether that's in school or work, in your community, family, whatever. It all applies. Take it as it applies to you. But you want to be the giving mother energy. And we have that here with the Empress as well as the Queen of Pentacles, or you want to offer food and clothing, shelter, or you want to offer money, investment, time, or you want to offer a ride here, or, a couch to sleep on there, or all kinds of things. You're really wanting to be that mothering, whether you're male or female, giving, compassionate, financially stable as well, person who gives back to the community. Interesting that you have this value system here where you want to embody this person, but in a giving way, and you're not happy with those that are having and not giving. Very focused on financials again. What you need to let go of, what you need to release, we have the Tower. So I find that something in your recent past set you off balance. You had this whole plan worked out and a whole life built up, and then it came crumbling down. And you realized that it was never going to work because the foundation it was built on was false. With the Moon, that could have been a relationship. That could have just been how you saw other people. You thought, hey, man, everybody has a chance at success and money. And then you looked out in the world and you were like, oh, wait, lots of people never get that chance. And my whole worldview is shattered now. Or maybe, it was a business. And when financial times got tough, it wasn't viable anymore. Whatever the case may be. With the Ace of Swords reversed behind it, I feel like maybe you were kind of deluding yourself about this, and it's something that you have to let go of that having happened so that you can rebuild your new tower on firm foundations this time. And that is your process this month. As the monk/nun, you are looking for the truth. You are trying to get down to the spiritual aspect of the truth and get down to the honesty and the reality of it all, so that you don't build on a false foundation once again, whether that be with a person, in a business, in your worldview, whatever it may be. And I wish you luck with that. If you did indeed suffer a traumatic experience recently that is still driving this situation, my heart goes out to you. And take some time for yourself. Always celebrate yourself, your wins, no matter how big or small. Whether that's in the past or today you got out of bed and you took a shower. Do whatever you need to take stock of what you have to be grateful for right now that has a powerful energy. Okay, So for the last bit, I'm going to get you a oracle card. And now that we've done the reading, I know this is the deck. And thank you for hanging out with me, Aries Rising. My first ever tarot video. I hope you liked it. And I'm going to be doing this particular kind of reading I'm going to do once a month for everyone, but I'm also going to have other types of readings done for different signs, like Venus signs or maybe sun signs. So it'll be really varied and kind of different. And I have some other fun ideas as well that I hope to get done sometime in the future. So if you like this reading today, please subscribe and like and share it with all the homies. Hopefully I just get better and better. You know, it's a suck less theory. You start out the worst that you'll ever be, and you can only go up from there. Aw, man. Shit. Aries Rising, what do we got for you? Some advice. Okay. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will. Micromanaging the universe. Interesting. I want to read about that. My instant thought is you're wanting to get in touch with the universe so that you can be operating in right action and right thought. Which one is it? I think it's alphabetical. Yes. Oh, when we rely only on our own will, we're micromanaging the universe and resisting the natural flow of life. We're not trusting the mysterious breath of life. We're rejecting the great cosmic intelligence and relying instead on our personal strength. So the activation is, I'm willing to stop relying on my own strength and personal agenda and instead surrender to the breath of life. Dear God, help me move from my will to thy will. Please lead me. Please show me the way. Okay. I feel you. I feel you, Aries. You're caught up. And it's so easy to do right now with everything that's going on in the world. And you're not quite sure of your place in this big mess. And Spirit, the universe, your guides, your angels, Jesus, Krishna, whoever, the tarot is wanting to remind you that you're right where you're supposed to be right now. Everything happens for a reason. And there is still many ways that you can be of service to others without losing abundance and gifts for yourself. Yes, that's it. Okay, I think that's all I have for you today, Aries Rising. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you here next time. Bye-bye.